The car was obtained from a garage in Niwot where it had been stored for about 10 years, and this was about 14 years ago. I pushed the car onto a trailer, and then we took it to the mechanic, who proceeded to change all of the fluids and change all the appropriate fuel hoses, replace the injectors, rot out the radiator, and then reinstalled everything so we could drive the car. The engine otherwise is the original engine. It originally had an automatic transmission. The automatic transmission went out about 3 years ago, at which point we changed it out to a 4-speed overdrive. All of the engine compartment is original paint, except for the area of the battery box. The battery box had some corrosion, so it was cleaned up, treated, and repainted. The original plates for identification are all in the car, as well as all the original parts were used. The car was then dismantled after driving it for about 6 months, and the car sent for complete removal of the paint with media blasting, and pictures are all included with the sale. The plates, close-up pictures are all taken as well of the inspection plates. And in fact, other portions of that are also demonstrated in the doors where the original stickers are left. This is original paint compared to the repaint, which is in the original light blue metallic. The floorboards were covered entirely with Dynamat, and the rubber plugs and plastic plugs were removed in order to place the Dynamat before replacement of the carpet. A full carpet set was placed, and instead of gluing the carpet into place, the original snaps were used. And now it's got a mat to try and protect it. Notable by the body shop was the way he restores things. Instead of filling the portions that frequently you'll see filled, as in the seams, they're all kept intact. The body panels, original cards, were removed and recovered in a blue interior vinyl that matches the leather that was used for the back seat and the replaced bucket seats. The replaced bucket seats were actually taken out of a Audi TT that was wrecked, and are much more comfortable than the original Volvo seats, and safer. The seatbelt system as well from the Audi or of the newer variety that will lock when somebody doesn't have them tight, instead of having to use the old standard Volvo seat belts, but those have been kept for the sale. The interior console is likewise original. All the original gauges are in place and all function except for the clock. The steering wheel is original to the car as well, and you'll see the mileage figures are under 60,000. There is, however, one sticker on the door that says at some point prior to my obtaining the car, the speedometer had to be fixed. But overall, the car still goes along with the 60,000 mile presumed mileage. The side stripping that was previously on the car was removed, and all of the holes were welded shut and then appropriately leaded to smooth out the exterior appearance of the car, as were the side marker lights on the fuel injected cars, usually located here, were removed, and the holes were appropriately welded and leaded and left away from the car. They are included as well with the sale, and all the additional parts that were removed, including many of the screws which were replaced in order to clean up any corrosion. Some were replaced with chrome screws and most were replaced with stainless steel. The other notable seam is seen with the other panels where everything is brought together right here. You'll see pictures of the car with and without bumpers. Personally, I like it better without bumpers, and the panels to close up the rear bumper holes will be included with the sale that were made and painted custom for the car. The grille surround is original to the car, as are all of the lights. Of note, there's pictures as well of the headlight buckets without any corrosion. Any parts that would benefit from repainting and cleaning up were repainted and cleaned up. Fuel injection runs well, still with the trigger points, all original. These are the original rims that were powder coated. And I have pictures as well of the spare tire and original fifth rim. The only place there was any corrosion issue was underneath here, and it's because sometimes the little drains plug up and or the baffles for the bumpers don't always keep water out. That was repaired appropriately, and the car was otherwise without any corrosion at all. Again, original color, original paint in here, and the boxes are intact where things were welded shut, and then appropriate carpets placed. This is the original pad. These pieces here had to be sourced from a modern production. They were basically part of the ventilation. And the other piece of new plastic in the car are those dash pads that were completely installed correctly over the old dash pad after removing the appropriate amount of material to be able to get on the new pad. The rear seat leather is from the same Audi TT and was used to recover the original Volvo, and is all still intact and in place. Again, appropriate reconditioning of items was done. This is still the original interior of the Volvo, and the boxes are holding the Audi TT seat belts that were originally the Volvo seat belts. Again, new panels on the side. Suspension bushings were partially replaced, and all of the struts replaced with Goldstein struts. Original to the car, the original muffler and pre-muffler. The tailpipes are original to the car, but I have a new set of curved tailpipes